Well, we just love our flooring around here on Studio 6. They did a great job on our floor, and now Cascade Flooring America is here to give us a few tips on how to buy really good laminate wood flooring for your home, too. And here's an example of wood and laminate, right?
Correct.
Sonny Parsons is here to give us the scoop. Is there honestly that much of a difference in laminates, or is it just the price?
Well, you know, we get that question a lot because people come in with the 79-cent laminate that's on the pallet down at some box store, and they say, I want that look, but this price. And so what makes things cost different has a lot to do with what they're componently made out of, which will make it better durability for you if you have a family or a dog, or it just depends on who's living on the floor to depend on what kind of needs they have for what type of laminate wood they really should be getting.
Okay, so speaking of that, I have a toddler, a baby, a dog, and 2 cats, and a husband that, you know, he's rough and tough. So what would I be looking for when I'm looking at these different wood or laminates here?
Well, when you start with laminate woods, you know, people don't realize that what the core is kind of an important part of it. So what it's made of in the middle and how it's constructed has a big difference to whether it absorbs the moisture and swells. So say you have that ice cube that you didn't see in the thing and it falls out and lands on there and sits overnight. Now you have a nice puckered wood floor that you just paid thousands of dollars for because it doesn't have the right core board. This one actually holds less than 2% of a swell rate. So there's ones
so this would be good in a bathroom or in a kitchen then? This would be okay.
You know, anything that has wood in it can absorb water, but some of them are very, very resilient towards it. So they're not waterproof, but man, you can really abuse them and not see any damage from it.
Okay.
So it makes
what do you do
difference.
if it scratches though? I mean, with wood, you know, you can, rub a pen on it and get it going, but if it scratches, aren't you in big trouble?
Well, actually, you can do a board replacement. So I can actually go through and extract just one board out of the floor versus having to sand or refinish the entire floor to get it really good. Because, I mean, if you take that pin, believe me, I've tried. As a store owner, I have to go out and look at the jobs. And if you put a pin on a scratch, it may diffuse it, but with light coming across it, you're still going to see it. So you can do a board replacement. You can't tell what I just did. The floor looks brand new again. So it is nice. You had one damage. Say you dropped a heavy pot and it landed just at the wrong angle, left some damage. We can take care of one board.
All right, we've been talking about wearability. How can you prove what the wearability is going to be?
Well, they have a rating system, so it has to do with the wearability, like you're saying. Anywhere from 1 to 5. 5 kind of being the superior benchmark, what you'd see in a commercial application. And they do a little test. It's called a Tabor abrasion test, and this is actually a 3 rating, where this is a 5 rating. And you can see that the way it goes through the finish is basically on a roller, and it almost sands as far as a progressive wear pattern. Like, I mean, simulates a lot of traffic.
In the high traffic areas.
Right, and you can see on this one, which is AC3, which is pretty good, still went through to the wear layer, and that's what you look like. I mean, this would be pretty severe wear, but it's just showing the durability of the heavier finishes that are out there.
Okay, and I would think like this one would be the best bet for heavy usage, or is that wrong?
This is more of a look. So nowadays they're doing different textures. So this one actually has an undulated finish, has more of that hand scrape rustic feel to it.
It's real to me. Like I would think that was.
And I have stuff in here that is, half the price of other products because of the core and all those things we're talking about. So it looks great, but may not wear great. So what are your needs? And let's make sure we get all those things for you. See, the one thing that we do at Cascade is we have happy customers because we qualify them for what their lifestyle is around the product. So you don't get the wrong one in your house.
Are these photo finishes?
Well, kind of I would say yes. So I was talking to someone else earlier about the fact that some of these look blurry versus others, and this one is actually real wood versus a synthetic. But the fact is, because it has such a high resolution, the way they're able to print this finish on it, versus some of the lesser expensive, the technology is not quite there. So it looks a little blurry. So standing up, not so bad. Getting down and looking at the product, you can really tell a definition difference between the pixel ratings and such.
And so when people then buy this, they can actually install it themselves, and it's kind of like Legos? Is that how you would describe it?
Click them together?
Yeah, it really was brought into the market to be a do-it-yourself project type of thing, and it actually clicks. And I would have brought samples in here to show you, but it actually does just click together. There's no more glues in these type of floors. They started off, you had to glue the perimeter, full spread, do different things. Now it's really fairly easy to do.
Next time, let's do the whole floor and see how far we can get.
Well, we did. We already got this thing done for you guys already.
So this was one of those click things.
This is click, yeah. I mean, you were telling me you thought this was real wood before.
I did.
So.
I'm easily fooled.
How big are the pieces that click together? Are they big like this, or are they individualized?
They're all going to be individual, but they're going to vary. So, I mean, this board is wider than that board, and then they have ones that come in, 12 inches wide even, the wide strip. So it really depends on the product and what look you're trying to achieve, whether it has these micro bevels that you see here. This is a high gloss floor made to be more of a piano finish versus if you're a low maintenance guy like me, I'm going to have more of a rustic or matte finish because I don't want to have to spot mop it every day. I mean, dry mop it and clean it because the light shines across and shows every little thing. But some people just love it. We sell a ton of it, so it's lifestyle again.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, good information and good to know if you have pets. And speaking of, Haley's over there with a cutie with our Pet of the Week. Hey, Haley.
Hi. Hey.